So many small business owners and entrepreneurs wonder how they should best use social media. That's the topic this week, coming right up. So if you're a little bit lost with social media, here at Virtual Done Well, I've got an expert today, Sally Illingworth. You really need to follow Sally on LinkedIn to talk about the power of social media. So Sally, a lot of people watching are going to be small business owners, entrepreneurs. Yeah. How can they leverage social media to best advantage?
I think the best place to get started is understanding that you need to be present there, right? Like particularly for small business who you tend to not have these great budgets that you can work with. And from an entrepreneur's perspective, you're sort of just getting started, so you probably don't have a budget at all. So I think the first thing is understanding you need to be present there. You need to be present there to be a part of the, I suppose, decision-making process for your target prospects. Or from an entrepreneur's perspective, it might be you're trying to raise investment for something. You can't be considered by investors if there's no awareness about you. So I think that's the first step. And then the second step is getting clear on what you want to use social media to achieve. So for example, is it to drive website visits? Is it to increase your mailing list? Is it to actually generate leads or clients? So that's probably the best place to get started, Rob.
Okay. And can we put a link below to maybe your website where people can get some more information?
Yeah, of course, illingworthmedia.com.
So we'll add that in. You know, one of the things that people really struggle with is producing content. And in fact, there's a couple more videos on the channel about creating video. So what would you say to people who struggle, not just with video, but maybe written content, struggle just to kind of get started? How do you motivate people to get going?
I think from a motivation standpoint, it's probably, particularly as we consume a lot of content ourselves in our day-to-day lives, so not just from a business or a work perspective, but we can overwhelm the idea of content creation, right? As we're consuming all this content and looking at other people or other businesses doing it, we overcomplicate the idea of what it actually takes to produce content. So a lot of us, we don't act on that because we just look at it from a distance, it all looks shiny.
It's all too hard, going to take a long time.
It's unachievable. So I think the best place to start is just break down, well, what is my value offering as an entrepreneur and or a business? And therefore, what skill sets do I have? What expertise do I have? And how can I turn that into content to generate an emotional relationship with my target audience?
Sally, really thanks for sharing it. We'll put a couple of links below. And if you're not into social media yet, if you're not producing content yet, please have a go. It'll make a huge difference if you're a business owner and entrepreneur. And even, to be honest, a corporate employee. We've been talking to corporate employees today. You know, they will get huge value from spreading their sphere of influence to customers and suppliers.
Content is a great way to go and get cheap attention from the people that you need and want to get in front of.
So you remember how this channel works. We have a new video coming out every Wednesday, so subscribe so you don't miss them. If you have any comments, do comment below. We'll do our best to answer those as quickly as possible. Do like, share, because it's only then that we know what content you like and we can make more of it. So Sally, thanks so much, very much for sharing those tips.
Thanks,
and we'll see you next week.